Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We are so happy you have joined us today. Today, our video is going to focus on the old-fashioned idea of zero food waste. They wasted nothing back in the day, and Paul and I are trying to live in accordance with that philosophy. And we hope in this video today we can encourage you to do the same. We're going to be doing some zero waste food prep. We're going to show you a new app that we are using to save money on food. And no, this is not a sponsored video. And we're just going to encourage you to get back to basics, to incorporate some of those older ways that allow us to save money in today's modern society. The first thing we want to talk about is an app that Paul and I just discovered because a sweet viewer told us about this, and how we never knew about it, no idea, but you know us, we're living in the past. It is called the Flash Food app, and we are going to talk just briefly about this. Again, this is not sponsored. We're not making any money off of it. It's just something we discovered that helps us save money on food now. Or did it? You're going to be the ones who decide. Basically, what the Flash Food app is, it is an app that you put on your phone, and then it tells you if any of the stores in your area support this app. What the stores who honor this app do is try to keep food out of the landfills. That's what this app is all about. It sells you foods that are almost to their best by date to keep them out of the landfill, and they sell them to you at a reduced cost. Paul and I took advantage of this just the other night. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you the app, explain it a little better, and then we're going to show you what we got using that app and how much we paid. You download it on your phone and it is super easy. Let me explain it. Flash Food saves money and fights against food waste. You get massive savings on fresh food items like meat and produce that are nearing their best before date at grocery stores across Canada and the US. You download the app on your phone. You're going to put in your location, and then you're going to see if there are any stores in your area that support Flash Food. And we do have one only about 10 minutes away from us. It's a Tops Market. So you place an order, and then you pick your food up right at the store, and you get some great deals, and you're keeping food out of the landfills. So once you download the app on your phone, you go right here and you would put your city and state in. I just used Lancaster because I thought that would be fun to see how many are there. And you could see how many stores participate. There are tons of the giant stores that participate. And you can see them all here. Look at all these. To try it out, we only bought one box of fruits and vegetables. This is the box we got for $5. There's peppers, tomatoes, onions, carrots, zucchini, maybe baby oranges. I'm going to take them out and I'm going to weigh them because I have to see if this is even a good deal for $5. So the first thing I'm going to jot down are the carrots weigh just about 11 ounces. Zucchini is almost 10 ounces. The green peppers are a little over a pound. We're going to do the onions in 2 batches. So these 2 onions, little over a pound. And these 2 onions are a little under a pound. So it's just about 2 pounds of onions altogether. We got 3 beautiful tomatoes, and they're just about 2 pounds. That's nice. And we have 5 what looks like small oranges, and they're just about 1.5 pounds. We just opened one of the little oranges, and they look like they are Cara oranges. The inside is pink. It almost looks like a grapefruit. These are beautiful. So this is a really nice little surprise. All right, Tops, the store I bought them from, is a very expensive store. And I don't want to be misled in thinking I got a $5 box of produce and compare it at Tops prices, which are really high. So our cheapest store is ShopRite. So these prices are what I would have paid for these items at ShopRite. The Cara oranges are about $2 a pound. And we have 1.5 pounds of that. So that's $3 right here. The red tomatoes right now at ShopRite are $2.69 a pound, and we have 2 pounds. This would have cost me just about $5. The zucchini is $1.69 a pound right now, and we have about 10 ounces, so we're going to say that's about $1 for the zucchini. The carrots are about $1 a pound, and we have 11 ounces, so we'll roughly say that's 75 cents. The red onions are $1.99 a pound at ShopRite. We have 2 pounds. This is $4 right here. The green peppers right now at ShopRite are 99 cents a pound, and we have just about 1 pound, so that's $1. So I just added everything up. And if I were to go to ShopRite and buy these items, and these are all items we eat and we use, it would have been about $15. So we literally saved $10. Now that I saw these were the Cara oranges, these tomatoes are huge. For this time of year when produce is so expensive, this is a great way to get some really good produce, and it's not banged up. It's really nice for $5. So we're feeling pretty good. What do you all think? Do you think $5 was a good buy for that box? We felt it was. For this time of year, the price of produce in our area, because we're up in the Northeast, tell us in the comments down below what you think. Have you ever used this app before? We're loving it. I mean, they have everything from meat to produce to cereal to baked goods, everything. So check it out and let us know what you think. And if you do use this app already, leave it down in the comments and let us know. Now let's get to our zero food waste meal prep. We went through the refrigerator and pulled a couple items out that we knew we needed to use up or freeze or make something out of right away. So let's get into the kitchen and see how we can save some money. Here's a fun way to use up any kind of sweet bread you may have left over. We've done it with banana bread, and now we're going to try it with a stollen. We have leftover stollen from Christmas, but it is pretty hard and it's gotten dry. We don't want to make a bread pudding because that's a great option, but I don't feel like using 2 eggs or 3 eggs. So we're going to make stollen biscotti. And I'm going to show you how easy it is, how amazing they are. Now the trick to making biscottis from already prepared bread is that you want to cut them thin. So what would you say? That's about 1/4 inch, Paul?
Yeah, it looks like about 1/4 inch.
What we did was we just took a cookie tray and I put a oven-safe metal rack on top of it. Now I'm going to take these little pieces, put them all on this rack. This even has marzipan in the middle. You're going to want to do this and cook other things besides, so you're not wasting your oven heat. You're going to want to put some potatoes in, bake a cake, a casserole, whatever it is you need to do, because you don't want to waste oven heat. We're going to put these in a preheated 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. So we just pulled these out of the oven after 15 minutes, and we're going to flip them now. They're all flipped. I'm going to put them back in a 350 oven again for about 10 to 15 minutes more, or until they look dried out and crisp. So these cooked about another 10 minutes, and you can see the edges have got crispy. They look so good. Now the center is never going to become firm because there's marzipan in the center. Now the trick with these is to let them cool completely on the wire rack. They'll get crisper as they cool. And you have an amazing cookie right here. Just another way to reuse your food and transform it into a totally different, delicious item. We're gonna have Paul taste one of these as soon as they're cooled.
Hey, I'm Paul. I'm the other half of this channel. Usually I'm behind the camera. This time I'm in front of the camera. And the reason is, I'm gonna try out this biscotti that my wife just made. This is absolutely delicious. This would be great with coffee or tea. On a cold day like today, we just had snow yesterday. This is just wonderful. Really good. Paul approved. Paul approved. Definitely good.
This is another great zero food waste recipe. We had friends over for dinner the other night and we did a barbecue theme. Now we have leftover hamburger and hot dog buns. You can freeze them, use them for breadcrumbs, you can make sandwiches out of them, but this is what we love to do. We love garlic bread, but we don't always have bread on hand for garlic bread. So when we have leftover hamburger and hot dog rolls, we make freezer garlic bread. Let me show you how. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got some softened butter and I'm just going to butter each roll. So I buttered them all and then I'm just going to take a little bit of olive oil and I'm going to brush that on as well. Olive oil just gives it such a great flavor. So I'm going to put garlic over each of these to taste. I'm also going to add a little Italian seasoning and a little onion powder. Why not? We're making like herb toast now. I'm going to take this tray and put it right into the freezer like this until these become frozen solid, a couple of hours. So these froze beautifully. Now what I'm going to do is take one of our Ziploc plastic bags that we reuse, long as it doesn't have raw meat in it. We wash and dry them thoroughly. And we're going to seal this up. Now when you want to cook one, you do not have to defrost it. You take it frozen, put it on your cookie sheet, put it in about a 375-degree oven for about 7 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it though, and cook it to your desired crispness. Those biscottis were out of this world. We were done eating stolen as stolen. We had gotten several as gifts for Christmas. We had bought one and we were on stolen overload. So we knew we needed to use this up. And what a great use of that stolen. You can use that with banana bread or raisin bread, any kind of sweet bread, pumpkin bread that you've made and maybe you just didn't finish it up. This is a great way to save some money. As far as that garlic bread in the freezer, well, you know we're gonna be using that up quickly. Now, let's keep going with this old-fashioned philosophy of using what we have before it spoils and saving ourselves some money. Let's see what we can do with some of those vegetables we got out of our flash food veggie box. We need to use up these vegetables we just got at that amazing price. And I am going to show you how to make my Italian vegetable soup. You want to talk about frugal? You want to talk about money saving, zero waste? This is the recipe for you. We've got the zucchini that came from the box, the beautiful red onion, the tomato, and the carrots. I'm supplementing that with some garlic, some potatoes, a couple of mushrooms. Yes, Paul's letting me put some mushrooms in, and some celery. So we're just gonna wash these vegetables and chop them up to start the recipe. On the bottom of the pot, I have some of my fresh frozen basil from the summer, and I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. Olive oil will give this soup such a wonderful, wonderful taste. I'm going to start the soup here. just for a minute because I just want to saute all these vegetables. And then I'm going to switch it to the crock pot because I want it to cook a while, and the crock pot is one of the most economical small appliances we can use in the kitchen. Just going to add a little chili pepper to that, but you don't have to. Just gives it a little kick. Some ground black pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning, a quarter teaspoon of salt, but you can do it to taste. Look at this amazing bowl of low-cost veggies that are going to turn into the most amazing soup. Now I'm just going to turn these. I'm going to saute this for about 10 minutes. You can see that the vegetables have just sauteed for a few minutes, about 10 minutes now, and they smell wonderful. Now we're going to transfer everything to the crock pot. I added 8 cups of water to the crock pot, and then I added the vegetables to it. Make sure you get all the delicious juices from the bottom of the pan after you saute the vegetables. Now, of course, you do not have to saute the vegetables. You could have just dumped them right in here and then added your water and they would cook beautifully. I think sauteing the veggies give this soup such a rich depth of flavor. So I'm gonna cover it, put it on high, and let it cook for at least 4 hours.
Okay, I've showed you guys this before. This is a kilowatt meter my father gave me, and this device shows you exactly how much electricity you use. So let's plug this in the wall and see what we got. So this device should tell us exactly how many watts that we're going to use cooking this soup in this crock pot. It's going to also give me how much time that it's been turned on.
This has been cooking for 4.5 hours. The vegetables are tender. They lent their flavor to the water to create this broth. What I'm going to do is just take out the portion we're going to need. We're going to be freezing a lot of this for future meals.
Okay, the soup has been in the crock pot for about 4.5 hours. And now we're going to go take a look at the kilowatt hours. And there it is. We used 1.22 kilowatt, and we pay 11 cents per kilowatt. It cost a little over 13 cents to cook the soup.
We added pasta that I just broke into little pieces. I put some grated Parmesan cheese on top. We like our soups thick. We cook the pasta right in the broth so it absorbs. I just made a simple grilled cheese on the side. Super economical meal, 0 food waste. Give it a try. I took the rest of the soup and put it in a Ziploc plastic bag, and I just laid it flat on the cookie sheet. And I'll put it in the freezer like this because it's so much easier to store when it's flat. And we have a whole nother meal prepped and ready to go. Just have to add some pasta. Perfect. Easy prep. In this video, we just wanted to share with you some great ways to slash your food budget and still create delicious meals from what you have already in the home. 0 waste food. We need to approach our meals that way. When we look in our freezer, in our refrigerator, that's got to be in the back of our minds. What can we use? What can we sub out? What needs to be used? And you'll just get more and more creative as you do this. Now, our question of the day is, what are you all doing to cut your food budget these days? What are you subbing out one for another item? Are you shopping different stores? Are you shopping loss leaders? What are you doing to be creative when it comes to meal planning? Please share that down in the comments below because it doesn't only help us, as you know, but it helps our viewers as well. And we appreciate that so much because our channel is all about each other and community, and we love that fact. If you enjoyed this video, which we sure hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us so much. We are so close to 40,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. Come on in. We thank you again for sharing this time with us. We ask you to stay well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God bless you.